what a bitch say. If you ain't tryna make M's, I'ma get it my way. My dogs at the ready, shit get messy like spaghetti. Shoulda blow up like confetti. Which way you want it? Put the deal on the table. Niggas leaving here disabled. Crossbody like a straight jacket. Only head nigga making shit happen. Rack so big, I can hold it to my face like a phone. Not worry about the noise, I'ma put on for the zones in the key. Drop them packets out the V. Niggas want extras, gotta charge the fee. Niggas working till they feet hurt. If nobody can do it, the hood. Show love to the city. Niggas gon' ride day and night, say the word and you know we gon' slide. We not with drama, presidential like Obama. We sending them threats like Osama. For sure we gon' ride. They see the pain in my eyes. Woke up with vengeance inside. R.I.P. to the guys. Had to grow up to realize. Niggas will stab you with knives. Show love to the city. Niggas gon' ride day and night, say the word and you know we gon' slide. We not with drama, presidential like Obama. We sending them threats like Osama. For sure we gon' ride. They see the pain in my eyes. Woke up with vengeance inside. R.I.P. to the guys. Had to grow up to realize. Niggas will stab you with knives. We not the same. Get that money, my nigga. Steady tryna run up 6 figures. Running up, play it like a scrimmage. Dollar sign only on the image. Running out of time, I don't wanna talk with ya. Hard to score top shotters with the switches. Can't keep it cordial with none of you bitches, I swear. Look over the city like I was the mayor. Never been cocky, I just keep it player. Keeping it trim, stack it up on some layers. Feeling like Jordan, so high in the air. Hard to get like me, my kind is so rare. This shit like competition, I can't play fair. Shit too bricky, been down, I can't stay there. Sex said get active, I'm on a new level. Post in the trenches, I'm outside with new steps. Show love to the city, niggas gon' ride day and night, say the word and you know we gon' slide. We not with drama, presidential like Obama. We sending them threats like Osama. For sure we gon' ride. They see the pain in my eyes. Woke up with vengeance inside. R.I.P. to the guys. Had to grow up to realize. Niggas will stab you with knives. Show love to the city. Niggas gon' ride day and night, say the word and you know we gon' slide. We not with drama, presidential like Obama. We sending them threats like Osama. For sure we gon' ride. They see the pain in my eyes. Woke up with vengeance inside. R.I.P. to the guys. Had to grow up to realize. Niggas will stab you with knives. We not the same. Sometimes I be feeling like we cut from a different cloth and shit. Cause niggas not on the same level I'm on. I ain't gonna lie though, we gonna keep balling, keep on doing what we doing for real. What the fuck gonna stop us?
Drake's a bitch.
Emergency broadcast. This is an emergency broadcast.
Today's episode is filled with ill-advised shit. Or as we like to call it, bleep.
Yeah. We're gonna keep it professional as possible. But
who keeping it professional?
All this stuff, man, like I just want to bring a point of view out about this Drake legal lawsuit thing about the record label, Kendrick, and all this craziness, right? Like everything that's going on, my perspective is this is going to affect hip hop on levels where suing will be instituted in the game because you said something that somebody didn't like. And once again, I say we have to gatekeep because this is street culture, yo. 73 street culture. And we do have rules. And one of the things about hip hop is it's a braggadocio sport. And when you battle somebody, right? Hip hop is a sport. Once again, and when you battle somebody, you're going to try to defamate their character, you know what I'm saying, on all kinds of levels. And because you're there, that means you accepted the challenge. As an artist, you know what I'm saying, you have songs that you're going to make and you're just going to be throwing some shit out there. Meanwhile, when you get into a battle, you're going to throw some of your heaviest shit out there, and it just is what it is, and whoever wins, who loses. And you know, you learn from that loss, and then you come back if you can. If not, it is what it is. But never in the history, ever in the history, has anybody ever sued anybody for some shit like this? And the sad part about it, the man said that Kendrick's child isn't his, and that his wife slept with one of his peoples, and he was beating on his wife. So he put that whole man family in there. He basically, you know what I'm saying, made it personal first, poked the bear, and then when he woke up and got mauled, now he playing victim. We all know that. But to have people defending him, right, is letting me know that we don't have people of the right caliber representing the culture. And it's just point blank, period. We have a standard. And we have a standard because you can measure things by the standard. It's called a standard of measurement. Right? So if I say we have 5 elements, 4 elements, I have something that I can say, hey, let me check you out with this standard right here. If you don't meet the standard, then you're not hip hop. It is what it is. Somebody gotta say that shit. But you have people saying, oh, well, Kendrick took it too far. But nobody said he took it too far when it came time to deal with his lyrics about about Kendrick's family. So that shit is contradictory. You know what I'm saying? And it's narcissistic. And it goes to show you how when something doesn't work for somebody, they want to bring everybody down like Nino Brown. Drake is Drino Brown now. Think about that shit. Yo said what was working for me shouldn't work for them. It worked for him. Well, fuck it. I'm telling all the business now. How do you do that?
You know, I feel like it comes a point when niggas need to realize that if you can't take what's being dished out, don't play the cards. Like, I mean, to speak on it, like this is a whole hip hop matter. I mean, yeah, it was hip hop, don't get me wrong, but I've never considered Drake to be hip hop. That's just me personally. That's Drake and Grind, bro. That's a singing nigga. That ain't no rapper. Like, and then we already put it out there. Like, if niggas is out here writing your shit and you spitting those verses and shit that's not yours, you ain't hip hop. Nah. You definitely ain't hip hop. None of that shit is yours. None of that shit is creativity. None of that shit is original. That's somebody else's creativity that you exploiting. That ain't. But to go as far as he is for some shit that you started, I mean, let's be real. He gave us some entertainment for sure.
Did he?
Cause he kept poking the bear, bro. And Kendrick got to a point where he was just like, all right. So when he started dropping his shit back to back and started giving us fucking pretty much storytelling and getting on Drake's ass, Drake want to get in defensive mode and start throwing out lawsuits and shit like that. Then, not only that, but you also want to drag other motherfuckers down too.
Yeah.
My thing is, how the fuck this shit is between you and somebody else, yet you pointing fingers at this. Where the fuck that come from?
But people will still deal with him though.
And yeah, of course people will still do it. I mean, bro, don't get me wrong. Drake is Drake at the end of the day. I won't take nothing from him. You know what I'm saying? He built his solid fans. Real shit. I can't take that from him. The next nigga can't take that shit from him. But we even had a discussion on what the better route would have been if that nigga, what we would have respected more if he'd have handled the situation differently than he did. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the way to go about it. And if you think that this shit was meant for you to have niggas that was gonna be by your side and stand by your side on this fucking matter, you bullshit ass, you dog shit wrong.
First off, you see, people keep putting money in it. You know what I'm saying? Like the biggest deal. Okay, fine, that's fine. But once again, the money that you have, right? And you think about the people that are backing you. Anybody in your position will have that. That's just is what it is. Because once all this, you know what I'm saying, the smoke clears, this is not going to be the same for him no more. No. I guarantee it. But I'm just saying, as an overall, bro, like, this is serious. Like, this is why this is an emergency broadcast, because hip hop is about to change and everything is going through changes. And what a lot of people don't know is when Drake did that Tailor Made with Pac's voice on there, there's a lot of things in the background as far as for him dealing with people in the tech world. Now, tech world, Spotify, right? Excuse me. Shout out to Curtis King, because he has the whole thing on the Spotify, you know what I'm saying, situation when it comes to paying artists. And this is the guy that promotes DIY all the time, do it yourself, you know what I'm saying? So basically, you know, if you're dependent on Spotify and all that, just get your own .com, sell your music that way, and also do physicals however you want to do it. Just get it out there, you know what I mean? You got to put the work in, but, you know what I'm saying, put it out there, get that money. But nonetheless, Drake is teamed up with people like that when it comes to streaming. And see, this is the thing. I noticed that when people are guilty of something, the things that they are guilty of, they will project it onto the person, right? Now, the reason why I'm saying is because of academics, for real. Academics was like bots. That opened up a whole new discovery, you know what I'm saying, of research. So once you get to digging in and looking at all this stuff for the new industry, you start to notice that damn near everybody using bots. So there was a thing, once again, I watched on Curtis King, where somebody used the package that Spotify had about a playlist or whatever, right? Long story short, they took his music down because they said it was detected that it had bots. So basically, Spotify's bots detected the bots, didn't recognize that it was his own bot. So it took the man shit down. So Drake is, you know what I mean, let's just say, in the know of how all that works. And also, academics ask, he knows, but he tried to put that shit on what's his face on Kendrick, yo. So all this shit that's going on, this isn't about the beef, so to speak, bro. You know what this beef is about? It's about controlling the industry right now with the tech. And it's going to be about control of speech, which kind of sort of is the reason why they started putting warning labels on hip hop music in the first place, because it was so vulgar, this, that, and the third. But now it takes it to a whole new different level. Now, oh wow, let's get into this dude right here. So this is the Drake lawsuit, right? blocks not. I can't. This is disgusting. Drake lawsuit blocks Not Like Us from Super Bowl. Now, it got so bad with this situation that Drake has in his paperwork with this 81-page lawsuit that Kendrick is anti-Semitic, meaning that he don't rock with Jewish people. How hip hop is that? How is that hip hop? Like, look at how underhanded and dirty that shit is. Look at how dirty and underhanded that is. And if I'm not mistaken, you know what I'm saying, Kendrick. No, I ain't even gonna say that. I don't want to put that out there. Not like that, but I'm just saying, like, I think he had some connection with the Hebrew Israelites. So at the end of the day, how can he say that man's anti-Semitic is what I'm trying to make the point of. So it's like you putting shit in there just so you can win. You're using everything you can just so you can win. And you're like not honorable at all with anything that you're doing at this point. But people will still rock with him. And this is the mainstream shit. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't see this shit affecting anybody in the underground because the underground is what it is. That's why I always stress independence, because there's no control. It's free like it's supposed to be. So mainstream shit, you can't say this, can't say that, can't do this, can't do that. Hold on, I'm gonna let him get into it.
And this was his assessment of it. And he explains why Kendrick Lamar is not going to be able to perform Not Like Us unless he does this one thing in this breakdown. So we know that this lawsuit is going on. The article.
My fault. This is the urban legend, Will Evans. Super dope content. Very, very positive channel, may I add. Young guy too. Check him out.
Says the 8 months between now and last May, when UMG released Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us with the lyrics that call Drake a criminal pedo, is a delay that displays strategy. So he's saying that Drake specifically released this lawsuit right now, a month before the Super Bowl, for a reason. And it makes a lot of sense when you think about it now. It's like, okay, if the song came out last May, you've been hearing the song all summer. Why not release the lawsuit in July? Why not release the lawsuit last September? You know, why wait until a month before Kendrick Lamar gets on that stage? And now we understand why, because he's trying to block it from the Super Bowl. And 50 Cent actually confirmed this previously. 50 Cent said the same thing, and we'll show that in a second. But this legal analyst said that the delay in filing the lawsuit displays a specific strategy from Drake. He goes on to say, first, it would have been a bad look for Drake to sue Kendrick Lamar in court right after losing the rap feud, and that would have hurt his image in the court of public opinion. I think Drake's image is hurt regardless. I'm sure you guys feel the same way. Also,
yes, we do. This is the thing. He's damaging his own self. He's doing all this shit to himself. He should have just lost, went away for a whole year, came back, you know what I'm saying, and things could have just turned out better. No, every other day, trolling. My nigga, ain't you tired? Shit. Yo, oh my God, yo. Don't make no fucking sense.
So we got a poll in the chat. You know, vote on the poll. Do you think Kendrick Lamar should perform the song regardless? Or do you think that, you know what, we heard the song, everybody knows what it is. Kendrick, don't even risk it. Don't risk losing no money or, you know, the lawsuit that will come behind it.
I'm going to say don't risk it. You heard me? Don't risk it. You know what I mean? But if you feel like you can, I would say by all means. See, that's the thing. When you can't be controlled, you can be like, oh, for real? All right, then. You know what I'm saying? And nigga, drop that shit. I'll be at that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Hell yeah. If I didn't have any repercussions for the ways of actions that I would do after that. You know what I mean? If I could afford to do it and pay some type of ticket or some type of fine. Oh, it's on. You'll never perform at the Super Bowl again. Hey, this is all I needed.
Real shit though.
I just needed this one right here. Thank you.
This one's for the book.
Look, I don't fuck with y'all anyway. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Shit. But man, that's crazy, yo. Hold up. It's about to get deep. Watch this.
Let me know what you guys think. Hit that. So he goes on to say, this legal analyst from Forbes goes on to say that Drake would have looked bad if he filed the lawsuit right away, so he didn't do it for that reason. He says, secondly, the complaint's allegations of anti-Semitism.
Hold up. You can't make this up. You cannot make this shit up. This is, I told you, it's in here, right?
Because Drake is half Jewish, it would have inflamed students and others last summer at the height of the Free Palestine campus protest.
Really? This is how deep this shit goes. The average person would not expect to hear nothing like this. This right here, this is crazy, yo. This is crazy. A song, nigga, you lost, yo. You lost.
You fucking L.
Lost one, but you really, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, yo. That's what this culture is about. You know what it is, yo. I know exactly what this is, yo. You know how like everybody outside and shit, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, and everybody doing shit that you on the porch, you just looking, you know, damn, I want to do what they did. You know what I'm saying? But in the house, you studying it all, you know what I'm saying? You doing what you're doing. But then next thing you know, little nigga come out the porch, you all with everybody. And you cool, dressed like us. You look just like us. You know what I'm saying? You look just like us. Right? Dang. Some shit go down. Boom. You ain't like us because you ain't moving like us. You know what I'm saying? You don't think like us. You know what I'm saying? It's just the clothes. So I think that's what we have right here, because once he realized shit got real and things wasn't in his favor, oh, now he a victim. Nobody told you come down here and deal with us. Should have stayed your ass on the porch.
But for you to get to a point where that is showcased and it's clear to see that, because I'm like, you put this out here like this shit is affecting your everyday life, like this shit is fucking haunting you to the point where you can't sleep at night or some shit like that, or you need to be held or some shit. Like, bro, nobody, and I mean no fucking body, is on your side, sir. Like, yo, I ain't gonna lie. To go about this shit, that nigga is crazy, bro. Crazy. This is some, like, it'd have been different if this shit was like back in the G. Like, all right, whatever. But this is like current day shit, where we already in a world where hip hop is slowly getting taken over by shit that shouldn't be even around.
Bro.
So the amusement that we was about to get, you know what I'm saying, with the whole shit, because we ain't have nothing like that in a while. So niggas riled up and shit. Niggas ready for it. Like, damn, we ain't get this shit in the moment. This shit ready to be a movie. Yeah. Nigga lose, can't take his L and shit. You supposed to battle it out and then go about your fucking life. This nigga went and got a fucking yo, like, this nigga went and sued him. Yo, like,
that's some rich shit though. I don't like what you said to me.
That ain't no rich. That's some bougie shit. Straight crybaby ass shit.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, hell no. I'm the only one can talk about people around here. How you think you're doing?
That's exactly how that shit it was. Nigga thinking just because he got the fan base that he got, and that he feel like he made some type of impact on shit. Blah, blah. That nigga was thinking that he was going to use that shit to his full advantage. No, hell no.
He
Day and
flexed, bro.
night. Bro,
flexed.
day and night, niggas is seeing this shit and calling him a fucking clown. Because that's what you are.
Bozo.
You stuck your nose in the
You're
wrong
bozo.
business. And a motherfucker came out, or damn pit bull came out, bit you in your ass. You couldn't take that shit. So you say, "Oh hell no!"
But guess what, though? Guess what, though? He realized it's all real. But I told y'all in the episode, I got to find it. I swear I got to find it. But we were just joking around for real. And I said, yo, I bet you he tried to use his Jewish side. And that's what's going on right now. It has nothing to do with nothing. But that was a card he wanted to play. Come on, that's just the insult at the end of the day for everybody. It's you go that low to try to project something on somebody because you lost. So you want to make this man out to be something that he's not. I mean, then it's like, what about you saying that that man was rapping like he trying to free the slaves?
Yo. Nigga rapping like the rent is due and shit. Like nigga, I ain't gonna lie to you. That you get no points in my book.
Oh man,
None.
hold up. Let's go deeper down the rabbit hole.
So basically, if Drake would have filed this lawsuit and called Kendrick Lamar an anti-Semite, which is in the lawsuit, that's what Drake is calling Kendrick Lamar right now, saying he's anti-Semitic.
You heard it. I didn't make it up. That's how deep this shit gets.
If he'd have did that, which is silly to me, that's why it make me giggle. Like, come on, bro. But they saying this legal analyst says if Drake would have did that, if he'd have filed the lawsuit last summer, at the height of the Free Palestine movement, which was going on with the Israel and Palestine war, then it would have incited people to, pretty much hate Drake and say he's a part of the other side of that, right?
Hold up. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar.
Shut up.
Those are some bars, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's God work right there. You feel me? This song has transcended. It's out of this atmosphere. It went that way. Like, how did it gets this deep with it? Those are some bars. When you hit somebody with some energy, some frequency of in a vibration and a tone that's so strong that all you could do is just scream out for help in the form, you know what I'm saying, of the legal aspects, right? You want retribution or some shit like, oh my God, this is just not good. And you got people talking. I can't wait to put on more. Let me let him get through this.
So those campus protests were probably a big factor. Now, this says that I'm going to show you guys in this, actually. Maybe I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but Drake has hired a crisis management team, according
Crisis manager, bro. Who the fuck manager?
You hired a crisis management team. That's how strong the song is. That's how strong the song is. Your little weak ass can't handle the truth. That song is that powerful. Where that man had to call, get legal aid, right? And then get a crisis management team together. That's some deep shit right there. That's deep. That's deep. I don't think nobody has ever written a rhyme that has transcended to this level. Put out a song that has transcended to this level. Oh my God.
Transcended to this level. Nigga. Just keep it going, bro.
Into this article and this analyst. But we'll get to that in a second. So the second reason why Drake didn't file that was because of the Free Palestine movement. He didn't want to be looked at like the Jewish guy trying to silence the black guy from speaking, because it would have heightened that, right? So the article says it's such a different time now that Drake felt like it's okay to come out and call Kendrick Lamar anti-Semite in his lawsuit now. So that was a part of the reason he didn't file it right away. Those were the first two reasons. Now, this is the part where the analyst explains why Kendrick Lamar will not be able to, or may not be able to, perform the song at the Super Bowl if he doesn't do this one thing. So this guy says, Bill Hochberg, legal analyst from Forbes on the music business legal analyst, he says, Kendrick Lamar is slated to perform and headline the Super Bowl halftime show on February 9th this year. This lawsuit may keep Not Like Us off the set list. But if that is proven to be the motivation in court, the case may be viewed as an unlawful anti-SLAPP, SLAPP, which is a strategic lawsuit against public participation. So let me finish it. An anti-SLAPP motion can short circuit a frivolous lawsuit that is seen as stifling free speech. So Kendrick Lamar's lawyers and also UMG's lawyers have to go in court and file this motion. Now, Drake waiting until the last minute to file this lawsuit a month before the set list. You guys, if you've never been to court, or if you don't know how court calendars work, court calendars fill up really, really quick. So him filing this lawsuit a month before, Kendrick may not be able to get in court fast enough, or UMG may not be able to get in court fast enough. It all depends on the judge's calendar and the judge's schedule. Because if his calendar is full, then they can't get in court fast enough to file this anti-SLAPP motion, and Kendrick won't be able to perform the song at the Super Bowl. So this is another reason that Drake will wait to the last minute to have this lawsuit filed. It's all strategic. It's all strategic. So this legal analyst says that if they can't file that motion, then it's likely Not Like Us won't be performed at the Super Bowl, which is, if you're a fan of music and you want to see that song on stage, which a lot of us do, because obviously outside of it being a Drake diss, people like the song. Like, the song is fire. It's going to win Grammys. But it's not necessarily a Kendrick Lamar thing, like a choice thing. He may not be able to perform it just because he don't have the time to get to court. That may be a situation. So, like he said, this is the motion that could be filed, or the way the judge could view this is anti-SLAPP, which is a strategic lawsuit against public participation. An anti-SLAPP motion can short circuit a frivolous lawsuit. So he's saying that if Drake's lawsuit is deemed to be frivolous, which a lot of us believe that it is, when Kendrick Lamar or UMG goes to court, then they could very easily file this SLAPP motion, and the lawsuit gets tossed out, saying that it's stifling Kendrick Lamar's free speech, because he has the right to free speech. And maybe that's the reason why people, like, we look at Drake's lawsuit and go, it don't even make sense that this is a lawsuit. It's a diss song. Kendrick should be able to say whatever he wants to say in a diss song. And this is why UMG is even saying in their statement, which I'll get to in a second, UMG put out a statement about Drake's lawsuit, and we'll get to that in a second. But this is why they're saying that this is a illogical lawsuit and this is a frivolous lawsuit, and they're going to fight tooth and nail to make sure that Kendrick can get on that stage, because they don't want to see battle rap go away. UMG said that in their statement.
All right, so I mean, really, I mean, I don't even know what to say at this point.
Yo, it's ain't shit to say. Yo, bitch, bro. Yo, there's nothing to say, yo. You let a nigga, a grown, first of all, it was 2 grown ass men, by the way. You know, love, you let another grown ass man punk you to the point of I'm sending out sues. I'm gonna sue you for everything you got, and I'm gonna try to sue you to the point where the most popular song isn't gonna be played at the Super Bowl because I'm not where I want to be, or because the shit that you put out on me depicts my character and it has people looking at me different and have my numbers and my sales going down. Hell no. You got people looking at me like I'm a pedophile, even though I ain't gonna lie to you. Doing this shit, you look like a pedophile.
Son. I mean, I'm gonna let him finish real quick because I want to get to the other shit too. I gotta get to the other joints because y'all ain't gonna believe this.
And I'll show you guys that in a second. So this legal analyst from Forbes goes on to say Kendrick Lamar's decision about which songs to perform at the Super Bowl invokes his free speech rights. So Kendrick could go to court and say, hey, I have the right to choose which songs I perform. The problem is, can he get in court within the next 3 weeks? Because what is it? It's the 17th today. So you figure Kendrick Lamar got about 3 weeks to get in court. And Drake filing his last minute may hurt him being able to get in court and put the slap motion, for his lawyers to put the anti-slap motion. You know, it's gonna be tough. So that's one of the reasons that Kendrick might not be able to perform the song. The article goes on to say Drake's legal team, led by Michael J. Gottlieb, I think it's Gottlieb, chair of the Wilkie, Farr, and Gallagher's Crisis Management Group. So Drake's legal team is led by this guy who's a chairman for this crisis management group. Drake's hired a crisis management group to kind of protect his interests and help him navigate this thing. Why hire a crisis management group and not just go with just a lawyer? Because you need somebody to help steer public narrative. This is back to what Kendrick Lamar has been saying the whole time. You know, that Drake is a manipulator. You a master manipulator and habitual liar too. Don't tell no lies about me. I won't tell truths about you. Remember that line? So he's saying like same thing that this is saying. Drake has a crisis management group managing all this. So he has a team of people working to make him look like he won something. I don't know if he can even do that at this point.
Yeah. Hearing this shit making me mad.
Yeah.
So the question is, they're saying that they block not like us from the Super Bowl. So is this shit in action? Like,
as of right now, it is. I mean, you might as well say, and like he just said, Kendrick got 3 weeks to get, you know what I mean, the ball rolling, you know what I mean, so he can fight against that and, you know, do what he has to do, but he has to put it in motion. Meanwhile, Drake shit already in motion. So he has to be able to counteract it in time, which is 3 week span.
shit sad, yo.
That's hateful as shit, bro. That's some hateful shit. Like, I wouldn't even want to be around a person like that. Because, I mean, imagine just on some little petty shit. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be around nobody like that.
Niggas took the fun out of that whole beef, bro.
Yeah, yo. This shit is some other shit, man. Hold up. I'm gonna get to the other joint. I gotta get to the other joint. Hold on. Where you at? Boom. All right, before I go in, Maul defends Drake's lawsuit. Sony responsible for striking channels, right? All right. I'm really on here for the Maul defends Drake lawsuit. Okay. This is Jay Nolan's channel, and he's an artist as well. I like his music. Check him out. Yo, you got it. Man, listen, I'm trying to tell you, this dude Maul, he's a hip hop journalist from New York, right? Now, hearing him, and I've heard him other times, and I always used to just question, like, yo, who is this dude? Like, where he? So I'm gonna put it out there now. How did he get where he is? Like, who said that he was certified to talk about this shit? I mean, hip hop, period. Like, really, like, okay, journalist, hip hop, like, really, like, who made you qualified? Because you up there with academics to me, bro.
Only because hell no, he right where academics is. He right where the fuck academics is. Straight up. Right where the fuck academics is.
Yo, you're not gonna believe it. Wait a minute, let me hold on.
I think that shit froze or something because the old video's still there. Yo, you got the video playing?
Huh?
You got the video playing?
What you mean?
Like, are you playing the video?
Uh-huh.
On my screen, it's still showing the other video, yo.
Oh, damn, my bad, yo.
His shit frozen. Yeah.
Is there now?
Yeah.
All right.
Rory and Amon, because they have a debate.
Here we
Rory
go.
said that he's decided to take off his objectivity hat. He understands that Drake looks crazy. Maul, on the other hand, is still fighting for dear life, and he's made it pretty clear that he is riding with Drake. Now, we know he's riding with Drake, but they asked him clear as day on the show, did you pick a side? He said, no, I'm riding with the team, with my squad. I'm riding with my mans all day. That's something that we did not hear from him prior in the beef or in the time after the beef. Now we're in a new year. He's made it abundantly clear through his own words, not just his stubbornness, to say that no matter what Kendrick was going to do, he was riding with Drake. But again, in the midst of everything happening, he was trying to play the objective role and was just downplaying Kendrick's moves, downplaying the music, downplaying this. Y'all really think the song is that hot? I don't know. I don't know if it's that hot. That's different than saying, I'm riding with Drake. Fuck what that nigga talking about. Because he could have said that 8 months ago, and there would have been nothing more to really drag out. But again, let's get to the content. Let's get to the show, because they had to jump through hoops to even get this nigga to get there.
How would you be looking at this? Let's say Drake never sues and Kendrick ends up, let's say Kendrick lost and Kendrick ends up suing UMG because Drake said that he's a woman beater and that his son isn't his. How would you view that? Would you be okay with it?
If a company publishes a song or does something that directly violates my contract I have with them, I'm not mad at any artist that is suing that company.
Okay.
If we have a contract before,
You see what I'm saying? See, starting off wrong. This is hip hop, yo. We starting off wrong.
any battle, anything happens, we signed the contract however long ago. And in my contract, the company, because we love to talk about the machine and how they fuck artists over all the time.
Fuck them.
If I violated my contract with them, an artist, because it's, oh no, now all of a sudden we want morals and integrity in rap, right? That's now out. Now all of a sudden everybody's like, oh, you can't sue in that. You can't do this with rap. Niggas do everything else with rap. Niggas put out songs with niggas that can't rap. Push songs, music with niggas that can't rap.
Give them $13 million deals.
All day. We could do all of that. But when it comes down to the artist saying, I'm going to protect my contract, y'all.
See what I'm saying? Like, what type of hip hop is he talking about? What type of hip hop journalist are you, bro?
Did not honor what's in my contract. Y'all violated my contract. Now it's, oh, nah, he bugging. He can't do that.
Okay, so what I want to ask you, because I read some of the lawsuit. I didn't.
Yo, she get ready to bury him, yo. I'm so glad she on the show. I don't even know who she is, but she get ready to bury him. Watch this.
Come across exactly what you're saying. What did they violate in his current contract? Because what I'm seeing is this is a defamation lawsuit that in my next contract, you know that we're in negotiations, and you supported him putting this record out knowing that it would tarnish my character, therefore hoping to, you guys not have to pay me as much in our next negotiation. So where did UMG violate a past contract by releasing Kendrick's record, which is what this lawsuit is for?
Big shout out to Baby D for
she froze.
He can't remember for aggressive as shit. Shout out to Baby D.
asking the real questions. You feel me? This nigga over here trying to move the goalposts. He done took the shit from goddamn Soldier Field to Wrigley Stadium already. Talking about breaching the contract. All right. And the thing about Maul is he always acts like he's privileged. He's got access to privileged information. And then when you actually ask him about said information, he always retreats and flips it again and then takes the goalpost right back to Soldier Field. So that's exactly what he's about to do here, because we literally went through all 81 pages on live YouTube and saw there was nothing in there that says that Drake's contract was violated. His feelings have been violated, but his contract, not so much. He feels that the label has violated him by supporting another artist, whether that be equally or otherwise, in their back and forth battle, because he expected, that's the unwritten thing here, is he expected preferential treatment from UMG as the so-called bigger artist out of the two.
Hey, yo, what you call him, yo?
A bitch?
Yeah. There it is.
Hey, bro. Straight up.
I'm supposed to win.
Yeah. Yo. Cause why?
It's all about me, baby. Okay? No one's bigger than me.
All about the Benjamins, baby. Straight like yo.
Hold up. Yo. Ooh, yo, Maul, yo, like it's
they're always gonna have my back. They're not gonna let me fall. So even if Kendrick puts out the better records, which I think he expected, there's no way that UMG is gonna let me fall. So at the end of the day, I think he expected that his numbers would outperform Kendrick's. So even if the quote unquote the culture sided with Kendrick, he would have his numbers to fall back on. I'm gonna deliver something that's gonna hit the top of the charts. My fans are gonna carry it. UMG's gonna invest the right amount of money into the songs, so he could have the culture. He could have the little rap. He could have the little rap fans' opinions. But I'm gonna show up with my charts, and I'm gonna show up with my metrics and my analytics, and go get my deal. And that didn't go to his liking. The exact opposite ended up happening.
Wait a minute, not to cut him off, but he went in there with metrics. See, he's not looking at hip hop as the culture. He's looking at it as data. And that's what I was trying to say in the first half when I'm saying he's involved with like tech companies and stuff. He's all about data, which makes sense when you think about how he buys a lot of hip hop history things, you know what I'm saying? So he's all about data. And you know, the person that controls data controls the world, literally. Facebook, data. Twitter, data. You see what I'm saying now? Everything is data. AI, hence him using what? Tupac's voice on Tailor Made, yo. So he's all about data. Hold up.
Happening. Kendrick ended up walking away with the superior statistics and the cultural vote. So now he has nothing left but to sue. He could have moved on with life. He could have, you know, took a break, came.
Hold up. One thing why he is so furious is because he did not, well, he underestimated the power of the culture as far as for people's involvement. Because, you know, technically at this point, people shouldn't know. Well, I think when they started letting people know how many record sales a person had, I think that's when hip hop sort of kind of like started getting destroyed in a lot of ways when it comes to like respect or even perception of what a real artist is. So let's just say there was a discussion between Moni Love and I think it was Young Jeezy at one time. And basically he said that his numbers say that he's better than Nas. And there was a big argument behind that, right? So numbers doesn't mean that you're better than somebody. We all know Jeezy's not better than Nas, but Jeezy's good though. But numbers will give you an inflated ego and make you think that you're something that you're not, right? So Mo has an inflated ego.
Came back, all the things that we've discussed on this channel and others. You know, I'm not the only person. But instead of taking those, you know, sound measures, he decided to jump completely off the cliff. That's his decision. But hey, if Maul want to jump on his back and see if they can fly, who am I to hold him back?
Hold up, yo. Look, he got his hand on his head. she hit him with some shit. He's like, oh Lord. He just laid back in the chair. Look at Maul's face, yo. No, she didn't.
Yeah.
No, she didn't. Oh, okay. You won't go there with it?
Hey, yo.
Again, I don't know. I don't know what Drake.
Yeah.
You can keep going.
And UMG's contract is. But I'm saying if his lawyers, which we can assume he has great lawyers.
He said if. See, once again, this, like he said, moving the goalpost.
Mm-hmm.
They know his contract. They know exactly what's in his contract with UMG.
Mm-hmm.
If they feel like something was violated and they move forward with it and took it to federal court, then I think that they know exactly what they're doing. Like, so any public opinion and public perception, we know no matter what happens, it could come out tomorrow that they absolutely did some dirty shit to Drake, violated him, did whatever they did. And people are still going to say, yo, but you can't do that in rap.
But that's not what.
So it doesn't matter.
That's not.
And let's not forget the fact that this is Maul we're talking about. This is the guy that literally sits up on this podcast weekly talking about, bro, this is hip hop. This is hip hop. Nah, y'all gonna let some shit like that fly? This is hip hop. He says that in other artists' direction.
Honeybook completely changed how I do business. I'm a photographer and independent business. It's a
says it pretty frequently. But now, as it pertains to Drake, he says, man, I'm not worried about public opinion. I'm not worried about that. We looking at the contract. We looking at, so all hip hop rules, the ones that he supposedly projects himself to live by, especially as somebody that's within the space with a voice. But when it comes to Drake, it's no longer valid. Interesting to me.
The lawsuit is saying, it's a defamation case. You supported an artist saying terrible things about me that aren't true. That's what they're saying.
Now it's straight up defamation.
Yeah,
Instead of a discovery of bad practices between DSPs and major labels.
Yeah,
that's why I was excited about it and why I liked it. Yeah. Now this is just a straight up defamation case, which again, by definition, Drake has a solid case. You are funding somebody that called me a pedophile and it ruined my reputation. Where people have a problem with it, myself included, is it's almost like entrapment, because by definition, rap battles are defamation.
Yeah.
So if you went in knowing, Drake even said on the shop, I study rap battles for a living, and I believe him, because there has been times when Drake has mocked people up in rap battles. You study this for a living, you know what a rap battle is. It's by definition, who can defame each other worse. So going in knowing that, and also defaming someone else, you then turn around and sue for the definition of a rap battle? That is where everyone is kind of like, all right, man. Even people like myself that understood the first petition are looking at this now like, yes, you are right, but at what point do you just save face?
But save face so that the label doesn't pay for the shit that they violated?
But
See, this is where I have a problem with him. Look at his face, yo. He just looked like he just don't got it. Like, you a pretender, bro. You cosplaying. Because there's no way that this could be something that should be happening in hip hop. And all the real hip hoppers, all the people in the culture know that this is wrong. But you're on some other shit. And he's entitled to how he feels. I'm not saying he's not. But at the same time, it's like you're speaking out of turn. You got to sit down and let the real niggas that understand the culture, that know the culture, that actually really live the culture, make decisions. You're not a decision maker at this point, nigga.
But you keep saying that the label violated, when his suit is not that the label violated anything. His suit is that they allowed Kendrick to say mean things about him.
Again, that's what we know so far. We don't know exactly what they violated. Like, yes, it's a defamation suit, but where did that come in at? Like, where did they do that at? Now we know that, oh yes, you published a song with somebody saying things about me. You posted my home on DSPs with sex predators.
Hold up, wait a minute. But he did, what about Kanye? All that shit he said about Kanye and Kim. See, this is the contradiction. And that's why I'm saying, even with him, he's contradicting the whole situation. Because Drake did all this shit. And now what's the problem? Because somebody beat you at your own dumbass game.
Markers above my home. That could be in his contract with shit like that. A label cannot do. They cannot allow that to happen. I'm just saying we don't know the nuances of this contract.
So why are you even speaking on it then, nigga?
So you mean to tell me, Ma, you think Drake's contract specifically says that no artist in a rap battle can defame me by using a animated app image of my home with these markers over it? You think that Drake had specific language in his contract that said that?
I never even heard of no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, like, who thinks about shit like that? Did Was there something in the contract between Jay and Nas when Nas ethered his ass? Was there a clause in the contract when Ice Cube was beefing with NWA? I mean, I could go on and on. This is the first time. This is that mainstream bullshit I be saying. This is that mainstream bullshit.
Come on, brother Jamal. Come on. Ain't no way. And you said that shit with a straight face, looking like you pleading your case as I'm looking at your still image right now. Would you take that to the bank? Would you take that to the courtroom? I certainly don't believe so. But Baby D gonna set you straight. So I'm glad that you at least got some folks around that would continue to give pushback on this horseshit that you peddling to the people. You would have had 3 people in the room giving you pushback, as a matter of fact, if y'all wouldn't got rid of Julian over the holidays. Still trying to figure out what the fuck happened with that, because he was about the most entertaining motherfucker on y'all podcast, low key, for people that actually tuned in. I know some people that don't like Julian, I know some people that do, but from clips that I've seen, he's not always educated on everything, but at the same time, he does bring entertaining elements to their show that they can't produce on their own. But there certainly would have been 3 against 1 in this situation rather than 2.
What makes our practice special is a unique blend of truly caring professionals, modern technology.
And we are kind of agreeing with you. I think he has a case. Yes, by
no, I know you
lawyers.
He don't have no case. It shouldn't be in court.
He has a case.
I know.
That's
yes.
obvious.
Of course, it's defamation if UMG is distributing a photo of my house with pedophile dots all over it. Yes, that's defamation. Everyone is looking at it nuts, because had he won, this would probably not be happening.
Only thing that we're telling you is, as we sit in this room and we have this conversation with the knowledge that we have, as far as,
hold up, wait a minute. But if I think about some more hip hop beef, the things that 50 Cent was doing to other artists that he had beef with, had them like with wigs and shit on, with pictures, you know what I'm saying, like animated. So, like I said, all this shit is this hip hop is get ready to change.
going through the lawsuit, the news articles, and what is available to us as far as what the lawsuit says.
So speaking from a very limited window of
speaking from what the lawsuit says, period. That's what anybody can speak to.
Okay.
The lawyers filed a lawsuit.
Right.
The lawsuit is for defamation.
Mhm.
The lawyers are not suing for breach of contract.
Mhm.
They are suing for defamation. So you keep saying, oh, well, they broke contract. They broke contract. We're not talking about that, because unless you have some, and I'm not even being funny, unless you have some information that you're going to give us, as far as a breach of contract, that's not in this lawsuit. As far as a breach of contract, it's strictly about defamation.
And even I'm sure there probably is some type of clause.
Sure.
A lot of artists' contracts between their partner that you can't do that to your artist. There can't be no defamation. So it probably broke the contract. But again, people are looking at it like you went into a battle where defamation is the entire thing. Now, I think it's fucked up if they were changing the rules to make sure Not Like Us went crazy, especially if they're calling him a pedophile. But at this point, I'm out of it, because to me now it's just it's a person.
See, peep the language. If they made it, not the people, but if they made it, right? So basically, UMG uses bots to help push their artist range. Once again, everybody uses bots. So if you take away the bots, then is it safe to say that the count, like say like it'll go down dramatically of, let's just say, streams, also followers or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like all that goes down if a company's not backing you. Now, as far as for Kendrick being concerned, he's looking at it from, well, Drake is looking at it from a data perspective when it comes to Kendrick. He was saying in his mind that we don't have the same analytics. My analytics say that I'm here with mine and Kendrick is here with his, right? But because this was what it was, and Kendrick showed something that most people didn't see or thought that he might have had. Like I said, it just went. It did what it did. It's out of here, right? So, I mean, I'm mad that I'm even talking about this shit for real. I just had to say something, but he has no case because this isn't hip hop. This isn't what we do. Now this is on some other mainstream bullshit, like I keep saying. But you have no case. That song, it destroyed your ass. And your thought, I mean, his thinking is, I'm supposed to win because my dad says this. But the culture itself, you didn't depend on actual people. He's saying it's impossible for him to have that because the only way he could have had it was through UMG pushing his shit with bots.
Right.
That's an insult within itself, yo. To say that real people don't really fuck with you like that.
Which is crazy, actually.
So let's just say the people made up. I'm just saying, right? Just try to vibe with me on this one real quick. Let's just say Drake got people. Of course, we know Drake got fan base, right? Okay, cool. But also he got the bots. He thinking Kendrick don't have the bots like he has the bots. And he was like basically thinking that the people that Kendrick had was little in number, right? Now, you know, like I said, the inflated ego got fucked up because once again, people fuck with realness. They all see you not real.
Yeah.
So that's going to stop some things for you. I'm just saying. Hold up.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's just, man, I feel like it was definitely a way that the shit could have been handled. And then, like I keep saying, if you didn't want to get or be in this position that you in now, I mean, you bucked up the wrong tree and shit. And you got what was coming to you, like straight up. You can't. And then to do the shit that you was doing and make the comment that you was about Drake, not Drake, about Kendrick Lamar and his family and shit like that, like, and then you get offended when a nigga you pull an Uno reverse card on your ass and shit. Do the same shit. Well, on a reverse card on your ass to do the same shit.
Yo, that's wow.
And then the nigga like, well, I'ma see you, but not only am I gonna see you, but I'm gonna also make it so that the best song that you've had is not playable during the Super Bowl performance. I'm gonna drag it and also say that the people that was around you that so-called your buddies on the low who was streaming your shit on YouTube, content creator wise, blah blah blah. They had a say in everything. They was on the same team as you, and it was out to make me look bad and make defamation of character and all of that shit. Like, bro, because I ain't gonna lie to you, and I want to talk about that shit straight up. I want to talk about that shit. So, do you know, well, have you seen about the YouTubers that he called out? Have you seen that? So, basically, the whole situation for those who have not seen that shit is basically Drake had put in a lawsuit that certain big streamers had a had a say or helped push the Not Like Us out more than what it already was. First of all, Not Like Us was already big as fuck. And if you ain't heard Not Like Us, then you must be sleeping under a rock, because everybody in their mother heard that shit. Like,
facts, bro.
It was just really one of those songs. It was just really one of those big moment ass songs. But
Yes.
basically, by the YouTubers, the individual YouTubers that he called out, they basically, he said that they were like helping push it more. And what's crazy is some of those YouTubers I was watching like videos and shit like that where, for example, the nigga Casanata shit, Drake physically called that nigga and told Joe to look at some react to some shit that he did and blah blah blah. You see, and he did that. But what is a YouTube? What is a content creator gonna do at the end of the day? Especially reaction channels. They react to shit. That's how they make their money, regardless if those niggas was. And then it was also a thing where, because you know, if let's just say if me and you was to do a reaction to a music video right now, and then we happen to get a copyright strike or some shit like that, it was certain individuals. If you got pulled, you can hit niggas up and tell them like, hey, I'm trying to do this. Can you lift the copy strike off of this and shit like that? So he made it a thing like because people wasn't getting copyright strikes on their videos for reacting to the Not Like Us thing. It was a attempt to make him look even worse than what he already was looking after. I mean, because you can't get no worse than the situation that you in now. You look silly and so, but it's just like, yo, content creators, that's what they do. They do reaction channels. Whether they got copyright strikes or what on the videos, they still would have reacted to that shit. That was a big ass fucking moment. You think niggas gonna miss out on that? Hell no.
No, nigga. But once again, that just goes to show you he the one that says, I get 4 turns at the plate when it comes to baseball, nigga. I get 4 strikes, nigga. What's wrong with you? Man, man.
But it's crazy to think like that's what shit has came to. Like shit got so soft to that point that you like that's some soft shit, chill.
Yo, hold up. Wait a minute. I'm gonna let them get this and then we hold up.
Personal Drake, UMG.
Pissing
like, yeah, it's back and forth.
Now, again, what can't be overlooked here, and we've talked till we are completely looking like fucking airheads on a package about this stuff. If Drake would have gave people the hit record that they needed, hold his staff.
Protect your wealth by spending physical gold, not paper money that grows weaker by the second.
Hold up.
And feel
not to cut this shit off though, but let's just say the roles was reversed, right? Let's just say Drake put out one of the hardest fucking songs of the year, going against Kendrick and shit, and it's obvious that Drake won, right? What would the situation play out like then? If Drake was on top and he actually would have won, would this whole lawsuit shit or whatever the case may be, would that shit even be a thing?
Nah, because they would be using the bots, I guess, on him. You know what I mean? For him. Yeah. So
I mean, in return though, what would that be like? Would Kendrick be doing the same shit that Drake doing? Would Kendrick be out here throwing lawsuits because he's saying that, oh, he's a pedophile and blah blah blah?
You know what? No, I just think that he would do as any real swordsman would do. You know what I mean? I feel like he would most definitely come back and really get it in like he's supposed to then. You know what I mean?
I feel like because either way the situation goes, if roles was reversed, it's just like, okay, well, how would Kendrick handle that situation, or what would Kendrick do in that situation? I feel like First of all, we can always sit here and say that pedophile shit is some serious shit. That ain't some shit that you just flaunt around. Not gonna lie to you, because there's really motherfuckers out here sick in the head like that.
Hold up, wait a minute. We'll let them finish this. Wait a minute, hold up.
Like he's being railroaded, he's being mistreated, he's being ostracized from the rap game. That's exactly what's happening. And that's exactly what this situation calls for, because he knew what was coming. He should have known. He been in this shit how long? We give him 15 years. But let's be real about this shit. This nigga has been trying to become a thing in hip hop since what, 2003, 2004? So he even had a few other years prior to anybody giving a damn who he was to see what was going on. This nigga witnessed the Jay-Z and Nas battle. He witnessed all these niggas go at it. So that was his ace in the hole. If I can't beat him, I'm going to destroy this shit. And that's what he's effectively been doing. I'm gonna let these niggas finish up their debate, and then we're gonna move on to something else.
I'm out of it, because to me now it's a personal Drake UMG
pissing
like it's back and forth.
If he knows some things that they did on that side that will direct.
See, there he goes, making up another scenario. It's not what it is. This isn't what you're talking about, brother.
Directly, one, violate his contract, hurt his brand, and now interrupt his negotiation leverage in his dealings with them. Because this is a rap battle, y'all feel like he shouldn't do that? He should just say, oh, nah, I'm going to take the loss. I'm going to lose out on money that most people will never see in their life, and I'm just going to let it be what it is.
Now,
like, is that the stance he should take?
Okay.
I'm just asking, do you feel like that's the stance he should take?
This is speculation to answer that. We know that Drake fulfilled his contract and was going in to negotiate with UMG around the time of this rap battle. He has put a petition to UMG and is now suing UMG for damages of defamation. Do we think he's going to ever work with UMG again? So either way, all that money or stake or percentage that he is owed by UMG is now gone, and he's probably going to go independent. So at that point, why don't you protect your rapper brand, your fan brand, instead of your legal brand, and move the fuck on?
Again, you say protected. I feel like this is him protecting his brand. I feel like this.
You don't think brand is when it comes to music, a lot of that comes from your fans rather than your legal process or your label's perception of you, especially rappers.
Yes, but you're talking about this is a very different situation though, because we're talking about, you keep saying rapper. This is one of the biggest artists in the world.
That's why I was excited with the petition before.
See, you talk about rapper. Come on, yo. You see how he just degraded the rapper?
Right.
but he a hip hop journalist. Come on, yo. A hip hop journalist.
Because even if people thought it was sucker shit, I was like, well, Drake is the only one that I know of outside of Taylor Swift that would even have a chance at going at the majors and making them open their books to show what the fuck they do. And now that is gone, and now it's just defamation, we're not going to learn anything at all. So I don't.
Okay, so let me ask you something. Do you think that Taylor Swift's label will allow another artist to put her home up on DSPs, a picture of her home up?
Hold up, wait a minute. Let me ask you something. Who said you was creditable? That's all I want to know. Who said you was credible? Why are you comparing him to Taylor Swift, yo? It's hip hop.
What the fuck? Like, how do we even get through that? We talking about Kendrick and Drake. How the fuck did this stem to Taylor Swift?
I have no idea, bro. Like, that's crazy. His analogies and shit. And, oh my gracious, his comparisons and examples is just crazy.
Was sex offender Marcus above her home?
No.
Okay.
And see, he participated. No. Like I wouldn't even answer that. Like this is hip hop.
And then Taylor
know,
Swift is in her own lane. You can't sit here and compare Taylor Swift to Kendrick Lamar. Of course, Taylor Swift got a big ass fucking fan base, but that's for her lane.
Facts, bro. Hold up.
If another podcast called Maul a pedophile, and we all know for a fact Maul's not a pedophile, and let's say it worked, everyone was going around saying Maul's a pedophile. You don't think I'd have a bias in screaming that Maul's not a pedophile? That was a corny fucking move. Of course I would.
And this is the thing. That's fine.
Yeah.
The issue is when we're trying to get Maul to admit that he has said bias, Maul will say he doesn't have a bias. And I don't think that that's true.
I don't know if we've ever like
I had full out Patreon episode. You weren't here. I sat in that exact spot where you're at, and I asked Maul, did he have a Drake bias? And he said no.
Oh,
as far as when it comes to music?
When it comes to period, that's your friend.
No, yeah, but I don't have a bias when it comes to his music. I've sat on here and said when I didn't like Drake's song. I sat on here and said when I didn't like the single he dropped with led was him and SZA, the Slime You.
Oh yeah.
We were having a conversation about the Kendrick battle and the conversation.
Oh, in the battle? I'm riding with my nigga. I don't give a fuck who the other side is.
Okay, but
I'm riding with my man. It's a battle and we talking about.
He said the song with him and SZA. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't you know what I'm saying? What wasn't what it was supposed to be, right? But guess what? SZA is in whose camp? You see how he hating, yo? You see how he hating?
Yeah, I'm on this side. In battling, you got to pick a side, which is why I don't fuck with what your man did. You got to pick a side. Pick a side. That's a win.
And when he says your man, I think he's talking about LeBron.
Lose a draw, we gonna pick a side over here. I'll take the L, but I ain't gonna be playing double dutch. Nah, we don't do that. So yeah, if it comes to a battle, I'm always riding with my niggas.
And that's where it's you don't do that. We don't do that. You're setting hip hop rules.
Don't do what?
Not suing in a hip battle, in a rap battle, or not, not taking rap battles legal is also a hip hop rule. So you can't sit there and say we don't do this, but the other shit we don't do.
But you crossing the lines because you saying taking a hip hop battle to court.
I said legal.
It's not, but it's not about the battle. It's the business that was done behind a record that was used in a battle. Kendrick Duckworth is not being asked to come to no court or nothing at all. So this isn't about that. This is about what the business did with a song that was used during a battle. This is not about the outcome of a battle and, I'll bring Kendrick in here because he said this about. No, this is not that.
Okay.
Yo, I feel like y'all did some funny shit because y'all know the type of negotiations we having. I feel like y'all did some funny shit behind this record, and I can also prove it. And I also have language in my contract to where y'all violated my contract.
Okay. So final question and we can move on. Do you feel like if Kendrick had put out Not Like Us and it said nothing about pedophilia and still blew up as big as it did, do you feel like Drake would still be suing UMG? If he called him something else, wasn't pedophile.
I feel like
called him something else, still blew up.
I feel like no matter what, if he feels like something in his contract was violated and he's in the middle of one of the.
Do you see how he's like throwing off her question? Like he's not answering her question. He's diverting from the question by saying what he's saying. Like he
biggest negotiations an artist has ever been in the middle of in the history of music. I feel like he would be going to court for it.
Do you think
that nigga crazy, y'all? Maul need to be clinically checked upstairs. That nigga, he's low key turning into motherfucking Joe Budden and don't even know it. Now,
yo, yeah,
because he basically about to just sit here and say that he feels as though either way, if he didn't mention anything about pedophilia in the song and shit like that, that basically because of him feeling the way like certain things is off-putting and shit like that, that it's still gonna hinder a reason for him to sue. But it's just like, what other reason do you have to sue that nigga besides that pedophilia shit? You gonna sue that nigga because he getting more views on you on a video?
It is what it is. You know what I mean?
I'm I'm trying to understand this shit. Like,
hey, that's why this was an emergency broadcast. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I got to go lay down. I got to go to the gym in the morning.
no bullshit.
Yeah,
I got work tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to the damn gym. I'm going to the pillow.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, y'all. We had to do this, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, whatever. But we got some more things coming and shit for real, for real. So yeah, we gonna end it. We just gonna end it. We out, y'all. Peace.